Okay, everybody, welcome. I just took my glasses off for a second to clean them off. That's Nick without glasses. Okay. And we're back. Welcome to the Lab Code Agents webinar series, how top agents use YouTube to generate high intent leads in 2026. And so for years, real estate agents have relied on, paid lead platforms to generate some of their business. The problem is that those costs are always rising. The competition increases. Maybe you're sharing the leads with other agents in that territory. The leads are really hard to build long-term equity with your brand and long-term clients. And so today, Paolo from your Tube team is going to break down how top agents are replacing their paid lead sources with scalable organic YouTube strategies that attract high intent buyers and sellers directly to them. And just so you know, this isn't a class where we're going to teach you how to start a YouTube channel. We're not going to get into that stuff. You can learn that on YouTube, actually. Instead, we're going to cover the structural shifts required to turn YouTube into a predictable inbound system that reduces dependence on Zillow and other pay-to-play platforms. And welcome to the not the podcast, it could be a podcast if we wanted to, the webinar. Paolo, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't we just get started? And if you're watching, drop in the chat where you're from. We'd love to know what part of the country or the world you're in. We got Scottsdale, Raleigh, Maine. That's pretty sweet. So lots of people all over. So why don't we get started, Paolo?
Great. Yeah. Also, I just wanted to thank everyone for being here. Also, apologies. My landscaper just started outside. So if you hear any loud noises, apologies for that. But yeah, appreciate you guys for coming. I know, it can be very busy for you as agents. So my goal is to really help shorten that learning curve of learning YouTube, because this took me many, many years to learn. And I just want to condense the knowledge into the short time frame that we have. So I do have a presentation that I have for you guys.
Cool. So yeah, you go ahead and share your screen there. Mm-hmm. And will you give the presentation away like you normally do?
Yeah. So if you wanted to shoot me an email, Paolo at your Tube team, I'm more than happy to share.
Okay, this. I'm going to drop that in the chat. Email Paolo at yourtubeteam.com to get the slide deck when we're done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just let me know when you're able to see my screen.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
You might want to make it a little bigger, though.
Okay.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah.
There you go. That's good.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so on this webinar, I'll be talking about how agents are replacing paid leads with the 2026 YouTube inbound engine. I did get the feedback from the other webinars to add a little bit more information and a lot more context. So I added a ton of stuff on this webinar. What we'll be covering is results that we've gotten for agents, the 80-20 of what matters on YouTube, scalability, renting versus owning your lead flow, the margins, the intent gap, content that actually converts, and YouTube ROI breakdown. So I'll actually break down the math on hypotheticals and for actual agents that we've produced results for. So just a quick background on me and my company. We've helped over 100 agents all over the country with YouTube for real estate. This is what we specialize in. So we don't do any other social medias on any other platforms. After about 4 years, we've done over 5,000 videos, and we've generated millions in GCI for the agents we work with. This is just proof of that. So we got over 4,000 YouTube leads generated for clients in 2025. And this doesn't even include direct reach outs, emails, or text. This is from specific lead magnets and landing pages that we create for our clients. So here you can see on the left-hand side, just the amount of leads all the way down into December 2025. So over 4,000 leads from YouTube. So the 80-20, I brought this up on a previous webinar, but I wanted to bring it up again because it's very, very important. So this is the 80-20 of what actually matters on YouTube for real estate agents. So if you were to focus on just 4 core elements, I would just focus on these ones. So number 1 is the video packaging. So your topics, titles, thumbnails. Your video packaging is a first impression. So the right topic attracts your ideal client. the title promises value, and the thumbnail stops the scroll. So you want to be able to really master these 3 elements. Because if you do topics like, for example, how to buy a home or how to sell a home, that's way too broad. But if you were to do a topic like the top 3 areas to live in Austin, Texas, that's a lot more niche down. Brings me to number 2, determine who your client avatar is and make videos on that. So you don't want to be everything to everyone. You want to know who you're speaking with, define your ideal client, whether it's first-time home buyers, luxury, sellers, investors, relocation. So you really want to tailor your content towards that. Number 3, call to actions. So for example, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in Austin or whichever area, give me a call at, and then give your number. Number 4 is lead magnets and landing pages. Like I brought up earlier, it's pretty much just something of value that you can give to your audience in exchange for their contact information. So I'll actually go over what it looks like. So I just used Nick's, for example. So examples of lead magnets and landing pages. For Nick, Michigan relocation guide, top employers, hospitals, cost of living. So you really want to just give as much value as you can on the guide itself, and then have a call to action for the guide. There's many different ways to get leads on YouTube. Nick, did you want to comment on how the leads have been on this guide so far?
Yeah, so I've gotten about 20 something leads over the last several months, and all of them they're all out of state buyers. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit of a longer nurture because they got to come out here to look at houses and figure out when they're going to do that. Mm-hmm. But I have several people coming out over the summer finally, and then the very first lead I got is going to be coming back at the end of the summer to finally buy a house. So, they tend to be a little bit more responsive than your Zillow or realtor.com or Facebook or pay-per-click leads. Mm-hmm. Just because they're more intent, they're more motive, they have more of an intent because mm-hmm. they're requesting information. But it doesn't mean you don't have to follow up a bunch of times. You still do. You still have to call, email, text, call, email, text, call, email, text. Mm-hmm. But eventually, they will respond.
Yeah, definitely. Because they're watching your video. So they're getting value from your video. Then they're getting value from the guide, and you call them. Whereas Zillow.
Right. And they get to know you. And the cool thing about it is, like, you can also follow up with new videos. So like every time you post a new video, you could send them the video. So it gives you a reason to check in every so often.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And as far as Zillow, like you brought up earlier, I also compared it on this presentation. So Zillow versus Redfin versus YouTube. I'll talk about scalability and platform dominance. So Zillow, they have over 200 million monthly visitors, largest real estate traffic platform in the US. Redfin has about 50 million. And then YouTube has over 2 billion monthly users. So YouTube is actually owned by Google, second largest search engine in the world. So if somebody's relocating to a specific area, they usually look it up on YouTube, because I personally think it's a lot better to watch a video and to get value from a video than to just read a blog. So when you're scaling paid platforms, you're buying more zip codes, you're increasing ad spend, costs rise linearly, more leads, more money out. With YouTube, it's just more videos published, and you kind of create a better SEO strategy over time. And your channel also increases authority and trust. So instead of buying traffic from other platforms, you guys can capture it directly, because YouTube is something that compounds over time. So there's some videos that you can do that can generate you leads for years if done properly. And that's like evergreen content versus more trendy or market update content. So just a quick fact check from Gemini here. Also, if you want this PDF presentation, email me at paolo@yourtubeteam.com. I'd be happy to send it.
Scroll back to your email address. So take a picture of that, guys, and then email Paolo when you're done. When we're done, to get the slide deck. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So these are just some top complaints agents have about Zillow. If you guys want to comment on the comment section, feel free to drop any. But across the industry, I see a lot of agents share the same frustrations and patterns. One, extremely expensive lead. So the cost per leads can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Shared with competitors, so multiple agents compete for this exact same lead, depending on whether it's from Zillow. Low quality buyers. So there's a lot of tire kickers, early stage browsers. Platform competes with other agents as well. So Zillow's own agent network directly competes with the agents. And the main difference between, I'd say, Zillow and YouTube is YouTube, like I mentioned earlier, evergreen videos can generate leads for years. So you're not going to be zip code, bidding wars. Clients choose you directly. So they watch your videos, they know, like, and trust you, and then they choose to go with you. So on Zillow, you compete for leads. On YouTube, clients choose you.
By the way, I forgot to tell you, last month I got my very first call from YouTube.
Wow, direct call?
Yeah, direct phone call. Yeah. So, you know, while I've gotten about 25 or 30 leads that asked for the relocation guide, I got a guy that called, like, a direct phone call. So that was pretty sweet. And I'm still in contact with him. He's relocating for a job. Keep in mind, a lot of these people are going to be relocating. So it is going to be, your follow-up is going to be so important, because they're not going to be able to go look at houses like right away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I always look up what the zip code is to see where they come from, because I'm curious as to, like, where people are watching my video. And also you could, you know, say, hey, I noticed that your phone number is from so-and-so. Are you looking to relocate to Michigan? You know what I mean? So that's just a little tip for you there.
Yeah, those direct calls are the best. Like, direct reach outs are a lot better than like relo leads, because there's a lot more intent behind it.
Yeah.
So renting versus owning your lead flow. So every Zillow lead you buy disappears the second you stop paying. You're not really building an evergreen asset. So with Zillow, it's $1,500 to $3,000 per closing after referral fees, 20 to 40% referral, zero equity created, and the moment you stop paying, leads stop. With YouTube, one video, like I'd mentioned, can generate you inbound leads for 2 to 5 years with no additional ad spend. So what we focus on is organic. We don't focus on any YouTube paid ads. I know YouTube paid ads work. We just don't. That's not really our focus. And we actually like organic a lot better. So compounding lead flow, each video adds to your library, and you create this asset that works for you while you sleep. So videos, people get to know, like, and trust you, and you start to build a pipeline without spending a lot in ad spend, or any in ad spend. Just to quickly touch on margins. So in 2026, agents are working a lot harder for the same income or less, because the rising cost per lead. So platform cost per lead has surged with zip codes, bidding wars, conversion rates. There's a lot more competition, a lot more noise, a lot more fatigued buyers, market saturation. So dozens of agents are competing for the exact same buyer in the same neighborhood, driving up cost. This is kind of prevalent in YouTube as well. We do see a lot more competition now. We see that there's been a huge wave of a lot of agents doing YouTube for real estate, but I'd say it's still not as bad as Zillow. So the intent gap, social media versus YouTube. So I went over how it compared with Zillow and Redfin. Now I'll compare it to other social media. So Instagram, user mindset, they're usually just killing time, passive scrolling. The lead quality, depending on what your videos are, they're low to mid. Facebook, social browsing, they're a little bit more distracted, low to mid, at least paid Facebook ads. So I've seen a lot of agents use paid Facebook ads, and the conversion rates aren't really super high. But if you're doing organic Facebook, that usually works a lot better. With YouTube, people are constantly searching for answers, researching decisions. So the lead quality is medium to high. They're a lot more active and a lot more intent driven. So with Instagram and Facebook, a lot of the content has a lifespan of 24 to 72 hours. And it vanishes. With YouTube, like I'd mentioned, a lot of what we focus on is evergreen content. So if you were to create a 5 best neighborhoods to live in Austin, Texas, that would last a lot longer than if it were to be posted on Instagram. So why YouTube changes the game? Over 90% of buyers begin their home search online. So people aren't just Googling, they're typing directly into YouTube. For example, moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, best neighborhoods in Austin. Is Phoenix a good place to raise a family? A lot of these searches are being done on YouTube. So evergreen discovery, a single well-optimized video continues surfacing for 2 to 5 years if done properly. I'd say closer to 2 to 4 years. I haven't really seen many go up to 5 years. You're not interrupting, you're answering. So if somebody's searching moving to your city, they want exactly what you offer. And also each video positions you closer to a local expert. So the more that they watch your videos, like if they spend 10 hours watching your videos, then you're more positioned as a local expert on YouTube. So traffic versus intent. So I wouldn't really chase too much vanity metrics, like views and subscribers don't matter as much. High intent viewers and leads and closings are the real metrics. So a video with 300 views from people actively searching a move to your city is worth more than a video that does like 50,000 views that has nothing, that doesn't have as good search intent. So vanity metrics, total views and subscriber count. I mean, it matters a little bit, but it doesn't matter as much as leads and closings.
Like your subscriber base isn't gonna dictate whether YouTube pushes your video, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, it gets shown to your current subscriber base.
Well, right. But I mean, like, they're not going to be like, oh, Nick only has 100 subscribers, so we're really not going to try to push this video out.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had agents close deals with like 100 to 300 subscribers.
That's what I mean. Like, it doesn't have an effect on that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So high intent content that actually converts. So here are some topics that you could try out. The 3 best areas to live in city, cost of living in city in 2026, pros and cons of neighborhood, and thinking about leaving city. Watch this first. So that's more of like a seller topic. But yeah, these are topics that you can do right now. You could even search this up and search up the competition that's doing these videos in your area. And if you really need help doing like the scripts and stuff, you could utilize ChatGPT or Gemini and then just copy the transcript of the video and kind of make it your own. So yeah, these are 4 topics that you can do now that we've seen convert pretty high. So this is usually what happens, how viewers become conversations. So you're not just posting videos. Every element of this has a job. So first one, build trust. So local authority with neighborhood specific insights, attract search-driven entry using high intent keywords, convert, and then capture and nurture. So most agents, they're really good at publishing videos on like moving topics and showing local knowledge, but a lot of them forget to have like clear call to actions. So having a call to action, like if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in Austin, feel free to give me a call here, or offering some type of guide. So the capture nurture, very, very important. Like Nick had brought up earlier, some leads, they're not ready to buy in like 3 or 6 or 12 months. So you want to put them on some type of drip campaign. So if you have them on like an email campaign or them watching your YouTube channel and they're subscribed to your YouTube, then they're still being nurtured from your channel as long as they're watching all your videos. So you want to make sure that your videos are providing as much value as you can. So I didn't bring this up on other webinars, but I did get some feedback on the ones that I've done. So the real timeline of what to expect, and this is assuming that you're posting 1 video a week, every single week for an entire year. So YouTube is something that compounds over time. You know, it's not really get rich quick. It takes time to really build your YouTube channel. So here's a realistic results-oriented roadmap. So I'd say the first 2 months is usually just the channel setup, you're positioning your brand, the keyword research, you're targeting your core relocation terms. So you could even do the 4 topics that I had mentioned. And you probably won't get any leads yet, but the engine's being built. Days 60 to 20, usually, sometimes we see like the first inbound leads start to come in. This is assuming that you're posting every single week. Months 6 to 9, this is where we really start to see organic lead flow become predictable. So many videos that you've done in the past few months, they're starting to generate you leads now. And then after like years like 1, 2, 3, this is where YouTube can really become your primary lead source. Like we have some agents that are closing like 40 deals a year through YouTube, all organic. So yeah, YouTube is something that compounds over time. And usually after the first year, I see a lot of agents, they feel like they're repeating themselves with topics, but that's perfectly normal. Just repeating yourself with certain topics because you're just providing value and a lot of it's getting shown to a new audience anyways. So if it does start to get repetitive and you start to get bored, just keep doing what works. Keep doing what generates you the most leads on YouTube. So yeah, I brought this up, consistency as a system. So it's more of like a weekly business activity that you do. So most agents will say, I don't have time for YouTube. I'd want you to kind of shift your brain. What hours can I block off every week for YouTube? So I'd schedule it. I'd time block like a listing appointment. So I'd say like 2 to 3 hours per week of filming and publishing. And then also measure what matters. So the calls and closings, don't worry too much about the subscribers or the likes. Number 3 is building a repeatable content process. So maybe creating some type of content calendar built around certain topics that have done very, very well for you. So yeah, I would time block some time, and also batch film content, because the best thing that I see agents do is filming 2 at once. So batch filming 2 videos at once. So you only have to film twice out of the month instead of every single week. Because I know some things come up and kind of prevents you from filming. So just batch filming a bunch of content at once is usually the move. So yeah, this is just a summary of everything we spoke about. Just the margin compression, intent beats attention, build assets, not expenses, the system itself. And then this is a YouTube ROI breakdown. So let's say that, purchase price 500,000, commissions 3%, commission per deal is 15,000. If you did do it yourself, $0. But standard and premium, I'll be going over like the services that we offer. And there's no referral fees, no cost per lead. These are all people either reaching out to you or people that are closing from the relocation guide leads. So 1 deal a year, 15,000, 3 deals a year, 45,000, 5 deals a year, 75,000, and over 10 deals a year, 150,000, assuming that these are the numbers in place. So you only need 1 to 3 deals to really break even. Everything after that is profit, and it compounds over time. So with Zillow and other paid platforms, it's pay per lead, pay referral fees. You pay again next year. With YouTube, compounds over time, and we're not going to take any of the referral fee. So
there's a great question in the chat, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They're asking, is there an ideal length for your video, or are you going to get to that point? Because if you're going to get there, maybe we'll wait to answer that.
Yeah, so ideal is around 8 to 15 minutes. I'd recommend 8 to 15 minutes to start off with. Usually longer videos tend to do better. So if you were to do like 15 to 30, I'd recommend that if you have that much to talk about. You don't want to just make it 30 minutes just to make it 30 minutes. I'd rather have you make like an 8 to 15 minute video that's really, really good and that provides a lot of value.
Someone else is also asking, is there a better day or time to upload a video?
I'd say it's usually different across other channels. On YouTube Studio, you're able to see when they're the most active. So you can check out when they're the most active and also test it internally, because that doesn't always give the best data. So I would just test it out on different days of the week and then different hours and see what typically does best. But if it's a good video, then I'd say it doesn't really matter as much. You just want to make the video really, really good. So topic, title, thumbnail, you want to make all of those like 9 or 10 out of 10. And then these are just some return on investment for clients. So the clients that we work with, they don't just get views and subscribers. Here's some proof. So one of them, 5 closed deals in Q3, 4 closed deals in Q2, 4 closed deals in Q3. Like I said, we've worked with over 100 agents at this point. One of them, within 12 months, got 21 million in the pipeline. Another one got 50 total deals. This is for one client. The purchase price is a lot lower, like around 300,000, but still 50 deals from YouTube, all organic. 40 closed transactions, another one with 90% coming from YouTube. He's number 1 in his service area. And then this is the services and the pricing. So this is everything that we do. So we'll edit 4 videos a month. We'll manage your whole channel, give you a strategy. We'll do the custom thumbnails, SEO. We'll send you weekly analytics through Slack. We'll do your channel branding. So we just save you a lot of time to focus on real estate while we handle YouTube. Custom lead magnets, custom landing pages, all of that we'll handle for you. And then this is the standard and premium package. So premium, everything that I mentioned was standard. Premium is all of the services that I mentioned. Plus, we'll create your scripts. We'll do an extra A/B test of thumbnails, and we'll analyze your data. So we'll go through your channel, do a deep dive of everything that's working, and then just double down on what's working. So monthly starts at $13.50, goes down all the way to $12,000 if you pay a year in advance, and it saves you money. Premium is $2,600 a month, and then annually for premium is $27,000. And if you did want to book a call, we're actually giving free YouTube channel audits. So you must have at least 5 long form videos created on the channel. We'll go over custom competitor analysis strategy and give you specialized feedback as well. So if you did want to book a call, yourtubeteam.com/labcodeagents. And as a special thank you to Lab Coat, 20% off of any package one time.
Yeah, so I highly suggest jumping into YouTube because, you know, those videos are yours. Those leads belong to you. They don't belong to anybody else. And they're just really higher intent. And it's a good way to build a pipeline, to build a database. And so just be realistic. Like how long do you think it normally takes for you to start getting leads on YouTube if you're consistent with the videos?
If you're consistent week over week, I'd say at least like 6 months. We have seen agents do it in like 3 to 6 months, but if you miss 1 week, it kills like 2 to 3 weeks worth of momentum. So
shoot, I gotta pick up the pace a little bit.
yeah.
I've been slacking a little bit, dude. I've just had so much to do. I know I've been slacking a little bit, but the leads are still coming, so that's good. Every time I upload a video, I get like 2 or 3 new leads, which is really great. I don't know if that has anything to. I don't know where the leads. I don't know which video the leads come from. That's the thing. You don't know that, like which video the leads come from. But every time I do upload a video, like I got 2 leads this week, so that's good. But I do need to be a little bit more consistent and do it every 7 to 10 days. Right now, it's probably every 2 weeks. Just because it takes so much out of me. You know what I mean? It's not easy to do. Like, honestly, like, you know, because you guys write the scripts, you come up with the ideas, you send me the script, and then I have to read the script, read it over once. Then I go through it again to make sure it's all accurate. And then I have to record it. So that can take like 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you really do have to carve out a decent amount of time to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
and if you did do everything yourself, it takes like over 10 hours.
Oh, then I got to edit certain things because some of the things I don't like the wording, and I got to change it. You know what I mean? So, but it's just, you know, you just got to fit it in. You know.
Also for leads, it also depends if their channel is already established. If their channel is already established, we've helped agents close the deal on like their 2nd month. So if they already have an established channel and they just need help with the editing and a little bit more strategy and the lead magnets, then yeah, it could be like 2 to 6 months.
So in the chat, I'm going to butcher your name, Mahir. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, Mahir. He wants to know, does the video quality affect the leads? And since we were just starting from scratch, they won't be professionally done or edited. You can answer that question. Will the video quality affect the leads? I would say yes.
Yeah.
If it's not well done, they're not going to continue to watch it.
Yeah, no, I agree. If it's like not super good, like I would rather just have it be like more raw and authentic than try to edit it, but edit in a very, very like bad way. It's like, for example, like your video background, right? I'd rather have you have like a white wall than have it be like messy in the back.
And he's saying, since we're starting from scratch, they won't be professionally done or edited. Yeah, they'll be. Yeah, your tube team will edit them for you and make it professional. Marie Josie is asking, Nick, why do you say you don't know where the leads are coming from? Which video don't you ask them? If I get a hold of them, yeah, I'll ask them, but I don't always get a hold of them. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know all the time. Like, I don't know where every lead, I don't know what video every lead was asking or was watching, you know, but if I do get a hold of them, yeah, I'll ask. But if I don't, obviously I don't know. And it's all over the map. You know what I mean? There's not like one particular video that they all come in through.
Yeah, they usually watch a ton of your videos, and they like binge watch a lot of your videos. So sometimes they'd watch your videos for a whole year and then reach out. So you never.
And
really
sometimes they don't even remember. They're like, I don't know. You were talking about, you know what I mean? They don't remember the exact video. But yeah, but I'll ask them if I get them on the phone.
Like you got one from like the Texas to Michigan video, right?
Yeah, you guys made one for me about relocating from Texas to Michigan. I've gotten actually a good amount of people coming in from that one when I'm able to get them on the phone and I ask them. My very first lead. So you said it could take up to 6 months for your first lead. I got my first lead in 1 month. So it could be quick. You know what I mean? But I was a lot more consistent the first month, first couple months. But so it came in quick. But yeah, so there's a video about relocating from Texas to Michigan. And I didn't know why you guys did that because it was so random, Texas to Michigan. Like what, you know. Then I did some research and found that like in 2024 or 25, well, 24, because that was done in 25. There was like 10,000 people that moved from Texas to Michigan. So that's a good migration. And so I've gotten some people who are like, oh, I saw the Texas to Michigan video. Are you in Texas? No, I'm not in Texas, but I'm in Arizona, you know, or someplace hot in the Southwest. You know what I mean? So they can relate in a sense. You know?
I usually say 6 months just to manage the expectations better. Because if we get a lead in like the second or third month, then
right. Like it could come really quick or it might take a while. You know what I mean? What are the top 3 topics? I can tell you what my topics are. I'll just go to my YouTube channel. I'm not going to show my channel. I'll just show you what the topics. I'll just read some of the topics. Why are people flocking to Waterford, Michigan in 2026? Metro Detroit's best up-and-coming neighborhoods. Top 9 hottest suburbs in Metro Detroit, Michigan. What no one tells you about living in Royal Oak. 5 most affordable suburbs in Metro Detroit, Michigan. Why Troy, Michigan is the hottest suburb in Metro Detroit right now. The truth about the cost of living in Michigan. That's got the most amount of views, 2,000. 2,000. Oh no, it doesn't. That's the second most highest. The one with 3,000 views is the top 9 hottest suburbs in Metro Detroit. I think people like lists of things. So that's probably why that's the top video of 3,000 views. Because it's a list. They like that. You know?
People like a lot of maps too. Like maps really help with retention. Personal stories really help with retention. So yeah, bringing up a lot of like the cost of living, like bringing up like how much eggs cost in your area or gas now. Gas is super expensive.
Well, that I can tell you something funny. So like the truth about the cost of living in Michigan, that video now has a bunch of comments with people like, oh, well, now gas is $5. So this video is totally like stupid or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, thanks for helping the algorithm.
You can make another one. You can make an updated cost of living.
Yeah, but it would only just be the gas. The gas. I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it like in a few months because that was a 5-month-old video. So maybe I'll do it like in a few months. But anyway, yeah. So that's what some of the topics are.
And also redoing a lot of the topics. Like we had one topic do like 3,000 views the first time we did it. The second time we did it, it got like 96,000 views. So there's certain topics that you could do over and over again, and it's just going to get shown to a new audience. So,
okay. So the top 3 topics on my page are top 9 hottest suburbs in Metro Detroit. The truth about the cost of living in Michigan, and the number 3 would be moving from Texas to Michigan. That's the 3rd most watched video on my channel. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, who would have known?
Who would have thought? So find out where people are moving from and make a video about it.
I'd also just ask your current clients what they want to see, because not all topics work for every single, like, for example, these are a lot of what we're giving you are relocation topics. If you're focused on like luxury or like, you know, home tours, it's a completely different strategy. So I would just ask your current clients what they want to see.
Yeah, the very first lead I got was the Michigan to Texas to Michigan lead. And they're still in contact with me because they were from California. They came out here to see some houses. They're getting married next month, going on their honeymoon. Then they're coming back in October to buy a house. So, and I'm still in touch with them. I just talked to them like last month. So you got to keep it going. You got to keep it going. Just shoot them a text every couple months, you know, just to make sure that, hey, don't forget me. You know what I mean? So,
also new uploads for like warm and hot leads. So just texting them your videos. Hey, I just thought you'd like this cost of living video. That usually works very well too.
Yeah, that works really well because I got someone who is looking to move up here, and then I sent them like a bunch of other videos about different towns that they might like.
Mhm.
So they watched like a couple more of my videos. So yeah, so it was good stuff. Good stuff. Any final questions in the chat? Speak now or forever hold your peace because we got to jump. But if you want the slide deck from Paolo at yourtubeteam.com, Paolo at yourtubeteam.com. If you want the slide deck, if you want to sit down with Paolo for 15, 20 minutes and have, a deeper conversation around how they can maybe help you, you can email them too and schedule that as well. It doesn't hurt anybody to just have a conversation. And yeah, you're hearing a lot of we're hearing a lot of good stuff about people from lab coats who are signing up. So people are happy.
Mhm.
That's good.
I'm excited to make like a case study of people who have come in through lab coats and then the deals and leads and everything. So maybe
Who's the lady from San Diego that's just blowing up now? Jen something.
Yeah, St. Clair. One of her videos did like I think 60,000.
No, one of her videos did like 200,000 views.
Yeah.
And she has 5,000 subscribers now. I was messaging with her yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty. It was like why people are leaving San Diego or something. And like it has like 200, 300,000 views. Crazy. And it had like 100,000 views within like a week.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know. How long, Paolo, have you been doing this for realtors? How old is your company? It's like 5 years old, right?
Yeah. So we did YouTube before. So that's been like 5 years. But since like doing it for agents has been 4 years. And the very first agent we ever took on 4 years ago is still with us to this day.
And you've created how many videos for realtors?
Over 5,000 at this point. Like we see like over 100 that come in every single week. So yeah, we have a lot of data on YouTube for real estate.
Yeah, and you might think that you have a good idea for a video, but it might suck. Like I've texted the chat like about some ideas, and they're like, "No, it's not a good one, Nick. We got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, Nick. We got the ideas." Like, okay, my ideas suck. Don't worry about it. Although I did have a video idea that they thought was good, and I did it, so that was happy. I was happy about that. But for the most part, leave it to the experts. The ideas. Put the price up again. Marie wants to see it. Well, you can scan that QR code. You get 10% off. Don't they get a couple like Instagram reels too? Like you'll send a couple reels for their Instagram, or is that a separate deal?
Yeah. So usually it was for like last month, but okay. Yeah, I mean, if you sign up in April, then I'm open to giving 16 free shorts. So that's like a $500 value. So that was like for last month.
Yeah. 16 free Instagram shorts. That's a good deal. So just zoom in a little bit because it's kind of hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, $13.50 a month. If you sign up quarterly, you save almost $500. Okay, that's a good deal.
And on top of this, 20% off since you come from Labco. So some people, they do like annual, the 12,000 and get 20% off of that. So yeah, 20% off since you're in Labco.
Oh, 20%. Okay.
Yeah, before it was 10%, but now we'll give you 20% off.
Oh, because that sign that was up there said 10%. So Yang, if you're in the backstage room there, change that to 20% next time. All right, cool. Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate you being here. Reach out to Paolo if you have questions. And I'm not going to drop it in the chat again, but I dropped my channel in the chat. I didn't drop the link. If you search for it, that's fine. I'm not going to link it, but you can search for it. I got a couple of subscribers, but I only ask you this. If you're going to click on my videos, watch it for a few minutes. Because if you only click on it and you watch it for 30 seconds, you screw up my reach. So if you're going to watch one of my videos, just watch it for like 2 or 3 minutes. Give me some watch time. Okay, cool. All right, thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.